What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I want you to check out this Business Insider article in which they're detailing how Tiger Woods is the only other active player to become a billionaire aside from LeBron James. Now, I would question the whole active thing, right? Because Tiger Woods has kind of been out of commission. He hasn't really been playing because of his injuries and things like that, but he's the only other active billionaire player, no pun intended, to really be able to take it to the next level financially off the field or off the court as it relates to LeBron James. But I think the differences between them two is vast. One of them being LeBron James has never gotten divorced. He is very much the model of America, in which the American dream, you can come up, you can do it the right way. He hasn't really been caught in any scandals at all. Tiger Woods was largely the golden boy, the poster boy of multi or biracial upbringing or background, and he was the golden boy for a long time until he got caught in a scandal. But let's go over this article really quickly. It says here's how he spends his money and live life off the course. So it says he made more than 1.4 billion. Oh my God, that's so much money. 1.4 billion since turning pro in 1996. In 1996, I was a freshman in high school. For all of y'all out there, made more than 122 million that came from on-course winnings. He is number one on the all-time money list by far. So what this tells me specifically is more important what you do off the field than it is on the field. Now, it's important for you to be awesome, but that's your reasonable service if you're really trying to get to the next level. Breaking it down as it relates to us specifically, but more importantly, off the field is where you make the majority of your money. Meaning relationships, endorsements, who you are, how it is that you're able to market yourself, your ability to be able to get in certain rooms. All of that matters because he only made 122 million, not only, but compared to what his total purses were, financially, it made 122 million from on-course winnings, which is number one all time on the money list, but he's made more than 1.4 billion. That's not even 10% of what he's generated. That's a pretty big lesson in itself. 4.6 million at the Tour Championship alone, 1.6 million for winning the tournament, and 3 million for a second place finish in the FedEx Cup, one of the biggest paydays ever in golf. Roger Federer recently passed Woods as the highest paid athlete of all time on from non-team sport, meaning it's only you alone. Woods is now a billionaire, according to Forbes, joining LeBron James as the only athletes to achieve the status while active. We all know that there are several other billionaires, such as Michael Jordan, but the real money came off the course. At his peak in late 2000s, Wood made 100 million annually off the course. Once he had got to the pinnacle, it was really a matter of marketing himself and taking advantage of all of the financial opportunities that came along with it. 100 million at the top of his game annually off the course. In 2016, he earned more than 45 million in endorsement deals and course design fees. Insane. Despite barely playing in 2017, he was still the 16th highest paid athlete in the world, according to Forbes, and had an estimated net worth of 740 million in 2016. Wood was hit with other bumps. 2009, news broke that Woods, he had been cheating on his wife. We all know about that, and that's when he crashed his Escalade into the fire hydrant. Yo, these chicks will mess up all of the bags. So let me tell you what the biggest thing is that I learned from this, right? This is the lady, one of the ladies that he was sleeping with, and then, the whole Me Too things, once that came out, everybody wanted to get paid. And they said, yo, I'm Me Too. He was cheating with me. He was cheating with me. Yeah, they tried to ruin all of his money. Many of his endorsement partners dropped him over the controversy, including AT&T, Gatorade, Gillette, Golf Digest, and Tag Heuer. If I'm not mistaken, Nike was the only main one that stuck with him. Yep, Nike stuck with him. Has been with Nike since he turned pro in 1996. In 2013, he signed a $200 million deal. A divorce settlement cost him $100 million in 2010. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money because that's not related to your net worth. That's taken away from your assets to ensure that you can pay off. And she did nothing to deserve that money. She had only been with him for a limited amount of time, but I'm assuming that he went ahead and settled so that he could make sure that he just got it out of his hair because he knew he was going to become a billionaire anyway. But that's a lot of freaking money. Think about it. You're paying somebody $100 million just because you went and got some box from some other chicks. I know it ain't right, but shoot, I think that $100 million number was more egregious. But what's more important and what's more impressive is the fact that he still was able to become a billionaire despite paying her over $100 million. But the thing about it is that look at all of the endorsements that he lost as a result of cheating. So it wasn't her fault that he cheated. Let's be clear. It wasn't her fault that he cheated. The biggest thing was that it was dick discipline, his inability to be able to control himself. And then subsequently, once it all came out, it just absolutely blew up. But golfing career turned sour. He went to a dark place, battled with various injuries, charged with driving under the influence. It looked like he was on this downward spiral, right? But Woods continued to live a lavish lifestyle. No matter what he go through, money make it all better. Not regular like everybody else. Continued to live a lavish lifestyle. After the divorce settlement, there were reports he considered selling his 155-foot-long mega yacht Privacy for $25 million, but the boat was not sold. Wood now docks it in North Palm Beach, Florida. So I'm guessing that he used that pretty frequently. Stayed on a yacht on Long Island during the 2008 U.S. Open. This is how he's spending his money. He owns a 10-acre property in Jupiter, Florida that was built from scratch just for Woods at the cost of $55 million. Seemed like a drop in the bucket compared to what his net worth is, right? He has a pitch and putt golf course as well as a private dock. He into spear fishing. He loves spear fishing so much that he once called in sick to a tune-up tournament before the U.S. Open just so he could spend time catching fish. You do what you want to do once you get to a certain level. Die-hard Oakland Raiders fan. More like Las Vegas Raiders now. Raiders themed pool table in his house. 80-time PGA Tour event winner, is also a fan of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Tennis. I don't see anything else worth talking about here. He likes to practice all day, struggles to sleep. I think that's one of the biggest things. Roy McIlroy said he'd be texting him at 4 o'clock in the morning, uplifting, "What are you doing?" You know, even when you get to a certain point, you really just can't turn it off. He got his own restaurant. You just kind of just get it going, and it just is what it is. You just become that thing, I think. And I think that men at all levels of success really are just in a space to where they just never are able to turn it off and really become just completely relaxed and whatever it is that they're doing. He owns a G5. Oh, Jesus, that is so beautiful. That's what I want. That G5 worth $54 million. Yeah, Tiger Woods has completely transformed himself, transformed his image, learned how to live a little bit more privately, and completely has overcome all of the scandal that was associated with him in the beginning of or throughout the middle of his career. So I think that that's something worth applauding and then something worth noting, because very few people are able to endure or overcome. And even when it seems dark, despite the fact that he had to pay $100 million, despite the fact that he lost all of his endorsements except for Nike, he still was able to evolve, come back. And the fact that he's still a hot commodity, his name is still dope, and he's also very well invested in a lot of different things. I think that that speaks volumes to him becoming a billionaire, according to Ford and Business Insider. So those are my thoughts. I'm curious as to what you guys think. Still had to pay over $100 million and then still became a billionaire. Make sure you get a prenup, Woods. Hey, if you have not joined the Patreon, the link is in the description. We actually doing a mastermind this Tuesday. It's going to be awesome for seat at the table members, and then I'm going to release it for everybody to see afterwards. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Patreon members, I'm going to see you in the Patreon. The rest of you guys, make sure you join the Patreon. Link is in the description. If you need to kick it with me personally, my email address is antondaniels413@gmail.com. Get in touch with me. I'm going to get you scheduled for a call. We're going to take care of you. Hey, I want to hear what you guys got to say inside of the comments. Do you think it's more impressive what Tiger Woods was able to do despite the fact that he got divorced? Or is it more impressive that LeBron James was able to stay married and still become a billionaire? I'd love to get your thoughts. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.